έχω έτσι διάθεση απόψε να δούμε έτσι λίγο και κάτι πιο, όχι πολύπλοκο, ξέρεις, εντός εισαγωγικών, κάτι που δεν συνηθίζω να παίζω στο κανάλι, δηλαδή δεν παίζω τόσο RPG εγώ ή strategy games, όχι ότι δεν μου αρέσουν, απλά ξέρεις, το κοινό είναι λίγο πιο ζώρικο με αυτά, δηλαδή ο περισσότερος κόσμος δεν βλέπει τόσο RPG, strategy παιχνίδια, είναι λίγο πιο αργά, δεν ξέρω για ποιο λόγο. Αλλά επειδή αυτό είναι λίγο, είναι indie παραγωγή, είναι πιο μικρό, έχει ωραίο εικαστικό, εντάξει, είπα να παραστρατήσω κι εγώ, να πάω λίγο σε κάτι άλλο. Εσύ τι κάνεις, πώς είσαι, πώς ήταν η μέρα σου, είσαι καλύτερα? Λοιπόν, πάρα πολύ ωραία. Εδώ βλέπετε έχει διάφορα campaigns, during of war, tutorial κτλ. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Θα βάλω adventurer για αρχή. Main enemy gorgons. Okay, θα το παίξουμε στη δυσκολία που μας έχει. Okay. Δεν ξέρω πόσο δύσκολο θα είναι, αλλά θα το μάθουμε μαζί. Αν είναι πολύ δύσκολο θα κατεβάσω δυσκολία, να ξέρετε. Εσείς. Εδώ κάνουμε ένα party select. Το παιχνίδι έχει 3 classes. Έχει Ranger, που είναι ουσιαστικά το αξιώτης και αυτά. Rogue, δεν θυμάμαι, νομίζω Rogue. Warrior και Mystic, Sorcerer, κάπως έτσι. Οπότε... ναι, εντάξει. Είχα για ένα φίλο που είχε πάθει ακριβώς τα ίδια. Είναι λίγο... Η αλήθεια είναι ότι η γεύση είναι το χειρότερο, νομίζω. Λοιπόν, πάρα πολύ ωραία. Θα φτιάξουμε εδώ τον Γκόγκι τώρα. Γκόγκιλους. Ο Γκόγκιλους θα είναι... όχι στα ελληνικά. Ο Γκόγκιλους θα είναι ο Warrior μας. Masculine. Θα το κάνουμε Masculine Type A. Attracted to Woman, ναι, δεν μας ενδιαφέρουν πάρα πολύ. Head and Faces. Άλλο βάλουμε για μεγάλη γενιάδα. Όχι, αυτή είναι η πιο μεγάλη. Εντάξει, αυτή θα σου βάλω τότε. Είναι η πιο μεγάλη γενιάδα. Μαλάκια να σου βάλουμε λίγο πιο μακριά. Είσαι λίγο σαν τον Σάκη από το τέτοιο. Αλλά εντάξει, υγεία. Από το Σκουμπιντού. Ορίστε, έτσι θα βάλουμε. Εντάξει, το βλέμμα σου μ' αρέσει. Σε κάνουμε λίγο πιο καστανό εδώ. Και φυσικά θα σε κάνουμε στα χρώματα, ξέρετε πια. Γνωρίζετε πολύ καλά. Εδώ. Ωραία, αυτά δεν θα τα πολύ ασχοληθώ με αυτά. Οπότε έχουμε τον κόκκιλους. Φυσικά θα κάνουμε και τον αντίκο. Ωραία. Εγώ δεν είμαι masculine. Ναι, δεν μπορώ να το κάνω όμως αυτό. Δεν μπορώ να μου βάλω βυζιά. Οπότε θα μ' αφήσω masculine. Masculine B θα βάλω τη φωνή μου. Το κεφάλι μου είναι λίγο πιο βαλεμένα. Θα το κάνω, ας πούμε... Ας το κάνω έτσι. Έτσι θα το κάνω. Πού είναι η αφάνα? Όχι, θέλω κάτι πιο φουντωτό. Υπάρχει? Πιστεύω μπορούμε και καλύτερο από αυτό. Κάτσε, πριν δεν είχε βγάλει μια αφάνα. Πού είναι? Την είδα. Είμαι σίγουρος ότι την είδα. Είναι πολύ σημαντικό το character creation σε αυτά τα παιχνίδια, παιδιά. Κάντε λίγο υπομονή, συγγνώμη. Είναι πολύ σημαντικό. Ξέρεις τι, δεν βρίσκω άλλη αφάνα, θα το αφήσω έτσι. Δεν ξέρω γιατί. Νομίζω ότι την είχα δει πριν στο randomizer την αφάνα. Τώρα δεν τη βλέπω. Εδώ είναι καράφλα, δεν θέλω καράφλα. Οκ. Facial hair, θα βάλω αυτά εδώ. Φυσικά θα βάλουμε μαυρίλα στο μαλλί. Μάλλον θα αλλάξω τα χρώματα του γκόγκι και θα αναλάβω εγώ το βαθύ πράσινο. Ναι. Αυτός όμως τι θέλουμε να είναι? Είμαι έτσι πιο λεπτός εγώ. Θα βάλω αυτό. Και είμαι ψηλός. Θα βάλω λίγο πιο ψηλός να είμαι. Οπότε στον γκόγκι θα αλλάξουμε λίγο χρώματα. Το κάνουμε λίγο πιο πορτοκαλίζο, να ταιριάζει με τα υπόλοιπα χαρακτηριστικά του. Εδώ. Aspects. Okay. History. Ώρες ατελείωτες που έχουμε περάσει. Άστα να πάνε. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι μου αρέσει και εμένα πάρα πολύ το character creation στα RPG και στα παιχνίδια. Αλλά όταν κάνεις stream, ας πούμε, δεν μπορείς να το κατρετήσεις πάρα πολύ ώρα, γιατί το κοινό δεν μπορεί να σε παρακολουθεί μια ώρα να φτιάχνεις χαρακτήρα. Εκτός αν κάνεις 6 ώρες stream. Θέλω να διαβάσουμε λίγο για το backstory του Γκόγκι εδώ. Gogi's parents died in succession when he was still very small. He learned grown-up ways at a young age. He came near to drowning in a capsized vessel at sea. Since that time he bore a healthy respect for stormy waters. A creeping madness gnawed him. To avoid facing it, he faced danger instead. Πάρα πολύ ωραία τέτοια. Backstory, φοβερός, μπράβο Γκόγκι. Λοιπόν, Warrior είναι ο Γκόγκι, εγώ είμαι Mystic. Μαγική αφάνα, όπως έχω βάλει και στον τίτλο. Να δούμε το story που θέλω. Unloved as a boy, Tadiko spent his childhood roaming the streets looking for loose cobles. Έχω μεγαλώσει στην αλητεία. Under which to secret lame treasures. Disturbingly, he began to smile at the sights of broken things. Many wondered what he figured in that head of his. He did all he could for his younger brother and labored to provide for the little nurse's life and happiness. Εντάξει, εγώ είμαι δυστυχισμένος εδώ, παιδιά, από ό,τι καταλάβατε. Γεια σας, Christinator. Καλώς την. Τι κάνεις, πώς είσαι? Welcome. Εσένα θα φτιάξουμε τώρα. Λοιπόν, τώρα θα φτιάξουμε την Christinator. Καλούτσικα είμαστε κι εμείς. Μ' αρέσει που μπορείς να κάνεις μίξ γυναικεία και ανδρικά χαρακτηριστικά, ας πούμε. Λοιπόν, αυτό πιστεύω ότι ταιριάζει περισσότερο, αυτό θα τις βάλω. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Δεν θα τις βάλουμε μουσι, αν και μπορούμε. Αλλά δεν θέλω να το κάνω. Colors. Λοιπόν, θα το κάνω, της αρέσει πολύ τα κόκκινα μαλλιά που θα την κάνουμε κόκκινη. Και τώρα όσον αφορά τα υπόλοιπα χρώματα, τις κάνουμε ένα βαθύ πράσινο. Έτσι. Δεν σου έβαλα. Κοίτα πόσο ωραία σε έχω κάνει τώρα. Δεν θέλω παράπονα. Έτσι, κοίτα τι ωραία. Ranger θα είναι η Christinator. Θα διαβάσουμε λίγο το story της. Broad skies always... Εγώ ποτέ. Σε παρακαλώ πολύ. Να ανακαλέσεις. Αυτά είναι λασπολογίες εναντίον μου. Broad skies always intimidate girlish Christinator, so boundless and vacant and vast. Yet they still wander here too. That would one day help her explore. A fire-winged bird spoke to her in a dream about the future. Ναι, εσένα ήθελα με το σηκωμένο φρύδι. She spent years in libraries sniffing out meanings of what the Ember Hawk has foretold. The more other questions her motives, the less clear they often got. Ξέρεις τι, δεν μου αρέσουν τα άλλα τέτοια που έχεις, εσένα δεν ταιριάζουν. Δηλαδή, άμα πάμε στο Customize και πάμε εδώ πέρα στα Faces, αυτό είναι πολύ επιθετικό, ας πούμε. Μετά τα άλλα είναι πολύ λυπητερά. Δηλαδή, ας πούμε, είναι πολύ ουδέτερο. Οπότε, και αυτό θα μπορούσα να βάλω. Θα βάλω αυτό. Άντε, δεν σε έκανα να είσαι ήρωας. Ωραία, τι να κάνουμε, σε κάνουμε wide. Σε έκανα λίγο πιο wide, σε έκανα λίγο πιο thick. Το γκόγκι θα κάνουμε τέρμα thick. Εδώ. Και αυτό λίγο πιο ψηλό. Να κατεβάσουμε λίγο. Όχι τέρμα. Εδώ. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Να δω αν μπορώ να κάνω κάτι καλύτερο εδώ στον γκόγκι, θέλω. Ο οποίος έχει... Ποια μουτσούνα του έχω βάλει. Είναι εδώ, Θα τον κάνω λίγο πιο ωραίο. Έτσι, σε έκανα λίγο πιο όμορφο. Γκόγκι, εδώ ήσουν λίγο έτσι... Σε έκανα λίγο έτσι πιο καλό. Εγώ πιστεύω έχω ακριβώς το σωστό πρόσωπο που χρειάζομαι. Ωστόσο θα δω τι άλλα faces υπάρχουν. Αν και νομίζω ότι αυτό θα μείνει σε μένα. Αυτό βέβαια μου αρέσει γιατί έχει παχιά φρύδια. Έχω παχιά φρύδια. Αλλά νομίζω ότι αυτό το βλέμμα εδώ πέρα με τη μακριά μύτη έτσι και ταιριάζει πάρα πολύ. Από περιέργεια θα δω και τα υπόλοιπα. Ναι. Αυτό πιστεύω ότι είμαι εγώ. Οπότε πάμε να ξεκινήσουμε. Έχουμε τους χαρακτήρες μας, τον Γκόγγυλους, ο Future Warrior, την Christinator, Future Hunter και εμένα τον Αντίκο, Future Mystic. Γεια σου Λούλη, καλώς τον. It takes just a bit of time to put all this together. Get ready. Oh yes George, I am ready. This book. Ready to rumble. This book. Έτσι. Μπράβο για το shout-out στο Christinator. There's room in it for another story. Time for adventures. Oh yes, lad. It's called I'm Stuck Here. At least my decaying body will look intelligent. Little book and pencil popped on his lap. Εγώ είμαι αυτός. Alright then, so this is how it started. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Startled only by the rustle of mice among the thorn, a young man named Gogilus takes the seasonal road to the town of Janeton. New blankets, new candles. Order a chairmaid, have the carpenter's keys delivered. Κοίτα τι χαρούμενος που είναι εδώ. I'll be too cozy to move. In my shadowless room next winter will make everyone visit me. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. Λογικά εδώ θα μας κάνει να συναντηθούμε μεταξύ μας. Ναι, εννοείται, μην το συζητάς καν. I'm there already, huh? That's the hard part. Getting Christinator out of bed. She'll probably be sitting up, blanket wrapped, burrito, staring out the window, gnawing a mouthful of old biscuits and tell me to consider to reckon with that smoke? Fluttering flame rose among the far-off rooftops. Gogilus hurries toward town thinking of Christinator. A young woman whom she knows since boyhood. Choose. Ah. She must strive to cook breakfast again. Αυτό θα βάλω γιατί έχει το friendship. Christinator, you alright? I'll get you out, just make a little noise. Hero has an action left, hero has no more action. Ωραία, το combat το ψιλοθυμάμαι. Βλέπετε εδώ πως τη μορφή που έχει το combat του, ας πούμε. Και το πώς είναι στημένο αυτό το tabletop που σας είπα πριν. Extinguish. Κάτσε να σβήσω το σπίτι της Christinator. Είναι το στυλ το pen and paper, ας πούμε. Her house still standing at least. Christinator, open up, you have hell out here. You have hell out here. He doesn't know. Why is no one? The door unlocks. Click. Christinator shoves it open. Hey, do you not smell I smell you. Get in here, you lout. Slam! Your bow. Yeah, I'm going to shoot the fire from my window. That felt like the safest. Garoo! Okay, actually, there's a monster in the garden. Is that okay? We'll burn in here, can we? I mean, we could try and fight it. Right, so here, I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. Λοιπόν, και τώρα διαλέγω. Λοιπόν, μπορούμε να διαλέξουμε το pitchfork, το pickaxe ή το frying pan. Επειδή έτσι η Christinator είναι ένα hunter και επειδή είμαστε στο σπίτι της θα επιλέξω το frying pan, ξεκάθαρα θα πολεμήσω με το τηγάνι. Έτσι πάμε να τα σαπίσουμε τα τελώνια, να σαμπακιάσουμε όλα. I'm sure we can set it up, whatever it is. Just be ready when you open that door. Row. He hooves throws sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering below its agony. Okay, εντάξει. Πού είναι το τέρας? Από εκεί πέρα θα πάμε. Αχ, θα με φάει. Όχι, πήγε μέσα. Πάου. Η σειρά του Γκόγι να το τελειώσει με το τηγάνι. Κερδίσαμε. Gogulus has grown stronger. Warriors like Gogulus are built hardy, enduring with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. Λοιπόν, τι ability να σου βάλουμε? Paladin. If Gogulus ends his turn by moving, he will automatically enter Guardian. Paladin θα σε κάνουμε. Christinator is now a greenhorn hunter. Hunters like Christinator thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and fearless archery. They master their surroundings and break down large quarry, quelling moss. Apply poison. Και είναι passive αυτό, passive active. Every time Christinator kills an enemy, she enters play grain for free, becoming hidden. Αυτό θα πάρω, ο Rogue. Σου πήρα το δεύτερο. What kind of suffering did that poor beast endure? Έτσι, προφανώς δεν τυπογραφία. Κάνω ό,τι θέλω. Ας σας αφήνω να νομίζω ότι έχετε ελευθερία, στην πραγματικότητα εγώ που παίρνω τις αποφάσεις σε αυτό το κανάλι. Γεια σου Νικολέτα. Καλώς την. Πώς είσαστε, τι κάνετε? The tower in the hills. Παίζουμε τώρα. What kind of suffering did that poor beast endure? At least it's Jan. Hello, hello! The creature's death is quiet. It seems to sleep from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. We should go. The Dikos is alone. Unless you think, I'm not sure who's safer suddenly. The Dikos? Κάνεις πως δεν με ξέρεις τώρα, τάχα μου. Δίβα. Παίζετε λολάκι, καλά κάνετε. He's at that ruined tower by now, probably talking to spiders or a ghost or something. Είναι σε αράχνες σίγουρα δεν μιλάω. Or another deep monster. That Dikos will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Μόνο εγώ και ενδιαφέρεται για μένα. Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. I can feel that analogy. It's unpleasant. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet him. We should. The tower is in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually looking at the tracks, they come and they go that direction. Gogulus and Christinator follow the pounded path of monstrous fate, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Θαύσιμο. Let him be alive, alive and archa. Α, εδώ με σκέφτεσαι. Because you said you'll be fine, don't make me call you a liar. Πάλι διαβάζω ρε φίλε. Τι θέλεις δηλαδή, έχεις κάποιο πρόβλημα? Αφού έχω γάργαρη και Ολύμπια θα έλεγα φωνή. Καλώς τον. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only hides the worry. You've known the Dikos longer than I have. He's pretty capable, I feel like. Προφανώς, όχι ψυχούλα μου, στα συγγνώμη. Προφανώς και είμαι capable. Yeah, the Dikos a little difficult, a little snide, some say. But he doesn't often disappoint me, you know? Weird things do tend to happen around him, but I'd say he's probably up there now. Πολύ κεντρικό με κάνανε στο το παιχνίδι. Figuring things out. Find the Dikos at the old tower. In order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Click on a scouted tile to solve scout action. Τι κάνετε εσείς αγαπητέ Βίνισελότ, πώς είσαστε? Πώς κυλάει η ζωή σας? The previous night. The tower where the Dikos has arranged to meet Gogulus and Christinator is a place he often used to escape to as a boy. He knows its rooms and floors so well. He could survive being chased through them. Προφανώς εγώ ήμουν ο τέρμα εσωστρεφής που ήμουν κλεισμένος μέσα σε ένα πύργο. And now I wait, I suppose. Dusk gets deep as rain puddles in here. Alive is alive until that beast breaks through. Well, beast? How are your plans coming along? The tower has outlived generations, weathered and sagging. It defends nothing now, not even from rain. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bone of failure is often the dream that drove it. That book. Why have I never... Easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, beast? I'm also wondering. The Dikos bends to pull it loose. Oh! Είναι πράσινο. Είναι το βιβλίο της ιστορίας του Πασόκ. The book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories. The folklore of folklore forgotten. Circles of the ancients. is wild nonsense. How a woodcutter can read the things inside old trees to find the exact moment a grove began calling itself a forest. Chant of the soil? Like any satisfying action, it stole through the mind of a blind, deaf tea grower. His nose is so sharp, he learns the songs of the scented earth and so avoids laying worms with his shovel. Mama Jensen's horn spins the yarn of a mother who drank so much and laughed so freely that she grew a beautiful spinal horn. Her children were very proud. Μαγεύομαι, παίρνω την ουσία του Ανδρέα μέσα μου. The Dikos reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in his feels like it's coming loose, but he can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. My story. It's called I'm Stuck Here. Alright then, so this is how I'll start it. Here in our Yordori country, the Dikos writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and he's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through his body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. For in the wild black woods where bears once built, a hateful silence churns. Pain lights Dadiko's head. It subsides. A made it to morning? Lowers his blurry eyes. His story lies before him in a luminous script. Empty pages have sprouted behind it. Μα τι epic story έχω, φοβερός είμαι. Why do I feel powerful? He pulls the spoon from his pocket. He slides a branch from the rubble. It's sturdy. It has a palm lovely twist. Δεν θα πάρω το κουτάλι, θα πάρω το staff. Well, beast, it's time. I'm getting out of here. Rager. It charges without seeing. Mishaps, task swingling wildly. Revealed. Interfuse with an object, then use the object to attack. Splinter blast. Use the interfuse. Dodged. Τι λες? Έρχεται κόσπατσι! Πάρτα! Φτάνω αυτό να κάνω splinter. Δεν φτάνω. Withdraw θα κάνω. Πάλι δεν φτάνω, Το έκανε σάκου όμως. Έτσι, πάρ' το XP. Dadikos is now a greenhorn mystic. As a mystic, Dadikos has acquired the knack for interfusing, spirit with earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact formidable magic. Ignite, soul-splitting, vigor flow. Αυτό είναι το vigor flow, το κάνει melee mystic. Θα βρεθούμε τώρα λογικά. Αχ, τι να διαλέξω. Soul splitting θα πάρω. For more monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. Δεν θέλω να τον κάνω melee mystic, οπότε πήρα το δεύτερο. Θέλω όντως να είναι actually mystic, με μαγικά, να μην παίζω με ξύλο με όπλα. But Tadikos moves quietly, sensing his way in the dark. Daylight lands on his wrist, cool wind soothes his tired eyes. All I had to do was the impossible. Not too bad. He closes the tower door, gentle to make no noise. That was the mystic's art that I did. Right, tower? Where did I get it from? Could it just have happened? Εγώ βάζω ότι μου αρέσει, δεν ξέρω σωστή στρατηγική. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι και εγώ από τότε που το είχα παίξει τελευταία φορά που ήταν early access δεν θυμάμαι πολλά πράγματα. Απλά το σκέφτομαι λίγο παραπάνω. Το πώς θα λειτουργεί καλύτερα η ομάδα. Ο Γκόγκι θα τρώει ξύλο και εμείς θα βαράμε από απόσταση. Is it just one of those things a man's born with that might blossom in his life when he needs them? I'm not going to have to start believing that stuff, am I? Ομάδα! Ταρίκος! Need to figure out what all I can do with this power, how to use it well. Tadikos, you alright there? Hey Tadikos, something happened? Yeah, I forgot you two were coming, I'm sorry. I just had the weirdest night and day and Gogles and I only barely made it. Yeah, still does smoke on the horizon, that's from the town. Yeah, that's Denton. Τελικά αποφάσισα να κάνω περισσότερη προφορά στον κάθε χαρακτήρα για να το κάνω πιο μοναδικό. Ο κόκκινη ντουλάπα μας, ναι, καλησπέρα, έχει character creation, δεν μπορεί να είναι τυχαία η ομοιότητα. Όχι, είναι character creation. Καληνότσες, επίσης καλησπέρα, καλώς ήρθες. Προφανώς έχω φτιάξει να είναι κάπως όμοιοι χαρακτήρες. Η μόνη σωστή στρατηγική είναι fireball. Εντάξει, ναι, απόψεις είναι αυτά.
Things are different than they were.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this.
A monster? Sure we have.
We slay monsters. Okay, well, I do magic. Τι είναι το στου? You discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control, though. Click on the banner to assault it. Επίθεση!
We have a plan, right? What's the plan? I just want to know the plan first.
A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these breaths are, where they came from, what drove them to attack the town of Jennington, but letting them nest where feels like the wrong idea. Η φωνή μου αλλάζει κάθε φορά, Εντάξει, προσπαθώ να κάνω λίγο πιο αδιαφορετικές φωνές. Ο Will έπαιζε φάρι. Εγώ δεν είμαι ο Will όμως, ο Will ήταν φλόρος. I do magic και αρχίζει να φωσκώνει μπαλόνια. Και κάνω τέτοια, ξέρω εγώ. Κάνω λάμα με τα μπαλόνια.
That's not a confident face.
Sure, well.
Back at my house it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you.
I just came out of here. If we're methodical patient, we can fend them off at least. +1 courage, +1 stoicism. Κουράγιο πήρα. Combat modifier, courage plus, all heroes +2, damage potency, blah 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 blah. Raccoon raw. Scrambling through shadows, its barbed appendixes angrily twitch. Λοιπόν, επίσης όταν έχεις τους χαρακτήρες δίπλα-δίπλα, βλέπετε αυτό το shield που έχουν κάτω, ουσιαστικά τρώνε λιγότερο damage, επειδή είναι κοντά μεταξύ τους. Open the door.
Τους απάτησε!
Αμάν. Πω τι βρωμόξυλο έφαγα. Πήρα και ένα XP παραπάνω για το ξύλο που έφαγα. You found Greybark, Hunter Armor Tier 1. Άψογα. Μας ανεβάζει το armor και το warding. Μας κατεβάζει λίγο το damage και το speed, το δέχομαι. Κοίτα τι τούμπανο που είναι ο κόγκι. Του βάλα τέτοια. The last mishapen creature falls its bones and dies. Blue flutes stuck to the dust. Just blood, I suppose. Corrupted blood?
Corrupted is a heavy word.
Hey, look at us. Look at what we did.
Yeah.
Με τη γάνη στο χέρι, έτσι. Πάμε για κοτόπουλο. Day drops, day rises. Dusk is sweet. The suns rise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned their old tower up a bit. I always like its weird stairs and stones, and it did save me.
Storm is smiling above our hills. The neighboring fields, rivers. It's time to raise our walls, fortify our hearts, and survive. We who see the clouds gather must act first. Let's not wait to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land, we'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name and make sure it's one they'll sing.
Sounds like you've thought about this.
Ποτέ μην υποτιμά τη δύναμη ενός τηγανιού, βεβαίως. Choose. Θα ονομάζομαι όνομα.
We'll be called the periods of the weird scepter.
Well, how about the wanderers of the redwood tree?
Maybe the council of the copper claim.
Θα ονομαζόμαστε Yakuza... Σκέτο. After that, the three of them are inseparable. Romans are rampant, heroes are needed. This world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by a fire that night. Θέλετε να κάνω ξεχωριστή φωνή και για το αφήγη και για την αφήγηση? Here follow the tales of Yakuzas, be remembered. Calamities. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. This monster is now stronger, leaves a trail of corrupted ground behind when it moves. Okay. Chapter 1. Clear all hostile sites, scouting Kertana Stele. Get legacy points by staking new sites. Spend legacy recruit heroes, river song, build stations, cancel calamities. Άψογα. Securing sites. Once a site is free of enemy control, you can spend some time to secure it. Secure sites provide resources now and then each chapter will use to craft gear. Θα το κάνουμε secure.
Things return to the rightful purpose.
Secure tracker ambitions. The site can provide resources now and at the end of this chapter. Spend resources of Investigate thoroughly catalog of everything. Make haste. Leave the group the tower go where. Όχι, θα βρω item. Για να ψάξουμε. Περνάει και ο χρόνος. Year 1 Spring Day Dead. Secure site completed. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Tucker Ambitions has proven rewarding.
Our fears were well founded. At least we know we're not leaving anything to fester.
Tucker Ambitions will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Kites 1, Ingots 1, Spell Threads 1. Starlight Pauldrons, hordes and leather to keep your foes away. Θα το πάρω εγώ αυτό. Έτσι είναι λίγο, ουορλοκίζει λίγο. Κάποιος στο J-Town μπορεί να γίνει recruit. Ποιος θα είναι αυτός? Why do you want to recruit? Who do you want to recruit? New book is poet. Έχουμε legacy points 5. Και αυτός κοστίζει 3. Μπορούμε να κάνουμε craft. Αλλά χρειαζόμαστε, βλέπετε, εδώ σας δείχνω λίγο και τα υπόλοιπα τμήματα του παιχνιδιού. Ας πούμε, διαλέξεις υπάρχουν κάποια όπλα, βλέπετε. Έχετε κάποια resources που χρειάζεσαι κάθε φορά, με διαφορετικά στατιστικά και φτιάχνεις όπλα και διαφορετικά πράγματα. Πάρα πολύ ωραία δηλαδή. Δεν έχουμε αρκετά πράγματα ακόμη. Και η αλήθεια είναι ότι θα προτιμούσα να βγάλω κάποιο καλάμητη. Ωστόσο ακόμα απλά θα πάω να εξερευνήσω. Και θα πάμε στα grasslands. Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestation increases the strength of the source thread, can ambush groups of 2 or 1 heroes, and over time it will spread and turn into an incursion. You can clear infestation by taking out the source or by sending a group of heroes or patrol on the tile. Okay. Clear all hostile sites και scouting Kertan and Stealth, άρα πάμε κατά εδώ, καλά το πάμε. Painted amber by the fading light, a strange stone outcropping captures Christinator's eye. Let me guess, something's up there, it's pissed at us.
You never know what you'll find until you look.
On the hill's summit, nothing's waiting for them. What we have found is a pretty good picnic spot. Then it begins, thrumming. It grows louder. And louder. Εγώ πολύ σοκαρισμένος. Christinator πολύ, όπως ήταν και πριν, δηλαδή δεν την νοιάζει τίποτα. Until the stone underfoot chatters and shakes. It grows louder. Scrow! Row! Until it's a mighty grow clamorous thundering. And then it resolves. Καλά το πάμε. I am the one. The voice of a carnivore, cunning and crooning, warning them to run, promising to give chase. The one you have hunted so long, through hills and whims. You have hunted so long for me, as for a sisterhood that should be yours. Do you know my name?
A name?
It was the gift I gave to your ancestors. They walked my myth over green field and fallow. To the curves and corners of being they walked. Do you know my name?
How? How would I?
A blessing earned through ancient service, an oath written in steps and trails, and sealed with a name. You only need to know it. I'll ask you once more. Do you know my name?
Lochias.
Christinator pulls the name up like a rooty weed out of her heart. She's unsure how she found it or how long it's been growing, but she's sure it's right. Yes, I am Lochias, your wolf god, and now you may take my oath. Abandon your humanity, my girl, and be blessed as Wolfkin. Ah, τι λες? Έχουμε την επιλογή να κάνουμε την χρυσή λυκάνθρωπο. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι δεν ξέρω, το φοβάμαι λίγο. Δεν ξέρω τι... Μήπως ας πούμε μπορείς να χάνεις μετά τον έλεγχο, είναι απλά ένα spell, θέλω να πω, μπορείς να το ελέγξεις ή απλά χάνεις μετά τον έλεγχο του χαρακτήρα και μπορεί να γυρίσει και εναντίον μας, αυτό δεν ξέρω. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι δεν είμαι σίγουρος ότι θα το πάρω. Θα πάω με το 3, τον Gogi.
Ask yourself why hungry wood offers his green to the flock. A goat is that way, it is a creature of great power, cunning, viciousness. All things that spend too long marinated in their own strength become useless to the world, strong, sad and useless.
Stopping, Gogilus takes an offering from a small stone bowl and places it in Christinator's hand.
A keepsake for you, Crusader. Maybe you can give it purpose.
They leave the hill in silence and distance. From the other side, it looks just like an ordinary land lamp. +2 charisma for Gogilus. Το δώσουμε στην Crusader το Wolfhead Amulet. Μας δίνει stand chance και bonus damage. Την κάναμε Witcher. No, let's not overdo it. We should help as we can. An outfitter provides hide and fabric. A web provides 2 fabrics, provides 2 hides. Νομίζω ότι θα πάμε με το πρώτο. Για να παίρνουμε από όλα τα resources. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Crab you stand has been revealed. Εδώ θα παίξουμε βρωμόξυλο. Υπάρχει κάποιος τρόπος να κάνω save. Save, να είμαστε. Λοιπόν, new save. Έκανε save. Ωραία. Τώρα μπορούμε να παίξουμε ξύλο. Rumors of Thrixl have led Yakuza through tangled woods to the site of long-forgotten ruins. Windwork rock and decaying edifices are all that remains of this ancient city.
Could have been a war that wiped them out or a plague, left no one behind to tell their story.
Weird, there's nothing in the local histories about what kind of people they were, what happened to them.
Trail goes this way. Don't look too old. Doesn't look too old.
Wonder what those buggers are up to, all the way out here.
Lots of buildings still intact. Maybe they're looking for a place to hide? Spooky old ruins seems like they'd be good for that.
One civilizations fall and others build on the bones of their dead.
The dead? Sometimes you forget most of them were just plain ordinary folks living their lives. You know, with all the usual hopes and fears and everyday concerns.
These are ordinary people who would have been the lifeblood of this city, flowing over these paved roadways, pulsing, vibrant.
And those must have been houses once, a steaming pot on the hearth, little ones crawling on the rug.
Guess they form friendships same as us, help each other through hard times.
Folk will think,
Think we found the...
In the open pit of an old amphitheater, λες, the Thrixl mill about idly dismembering old statuary.
Thought we just go charging in?
Intimidation, stealth. Ας πάμε stealth. All heroes begin combat in Grey Plane. Αμάν!
Θα φάμε ξύλο!
Ζουνοειδή πράγματα. Καλώς τον. Μας ψάχνουν. Καλά, καλά, το προσπαθούμε. Θα πάμε πρώτα να φάμε το μεγάλο. Πάρτα! Μπαου! Ω, το έκανε μπλοκ! Τη ρουντίνα. Έλα μωρέ που φάγε 2 damage μόνο. Some scenery grants cover. Scenery that gives partial cover or good cover provides protection to the adjacent assos. Σόφα. Έλα μωρέ που κάνει dodge, πλάκα μου κάνεις. Θα μας δίνουνε! Blocked, πάρτα! Ωχ, ήρθε κι άλλο. Ω, με ξεβράκωσε. Άντε, σπίτι σου. Τι κάνει ο άνθρωπος. Ω, τον σαπάκιασε και τον κόγκι. Με το ματσόκι την έφαγε. Εγώ Mystic. Yeah! Πάμε λίγο! Πάρτα. Τελειώσατε! Victory. Καλά τι πανοπλιάρα είναι αυτή που πήραμε στο πόγι. Βέβαια ανεβάζει το armor κατά πολύ, ρίχνει λίγο το speed και το dodge, αλλά πολύ σημαντική για αναβάθμιση στο armor και επίσης θα φαίνεται πολύ πιο cool. Οπότε θα το πάρω. Bonus attack damage. Αυτό το πάρουμε και αυτό στον Gogi. Η Crisinator κάνει αρκετό damage. Ο Gogi θέλει λίγο παραπάνω. Η αλήθεια είναι ναι, με λίγο των βιβλίων, ξέρεις, οπότε λογικά κάτι σε sorcerer θα ήμουνα. As their breathing stills, they fear the chittering of birds. And they hear the chittering of birds, the buzz of bees, overgrown grasses rustle in the breeze.
Cold quiet? Think that's all of them?
Yeah, wouldn't it hard to have a look around though? Who knows with a place like this?
Not far from where they fought, a section of flagstone appears to be coming up. Dadikos pries some away with his toe, uncovering what appears to be a way below. With a little more effort, they widen out an entrance.
How deep is it?
Stairs. Nifty wondering what's down there?
Any good reason not to go?
Down they climb, into the ancient city underbelly. Slimy things skitter away as they approach. At their approach, a rancid odor hangs in the air.
Torch over here, let me just...
Oh. In a splash of light, the surrounding take color and shape. The passage opens into a small enclosure, an oval room. Bits of rotted wood and matted straw form the pale suggestion of a bed at one end.
Smells, doesn't it?
Huh? Was expecting a crypt or a storehouse, not somebody's dusted old bed chamber.
Were they mole people?
Scattered around. Εσύ θες να... Scattered around the room are what remains. Εσύ θες είναι ο treasurer. Ο θησαυροφυλάγιος. Ο θησαυροφυλάγιος, πολύ καλό. Scattered around the room. Λάθος φωνή. Scattered around the room are what remains of a life's possession. Most are decaying or moth-hitted beyond recognition.
Could have been a hut, maybe.
Ugly doll thing.
If the Thrixel found this place, I'm guessing they didn't see anything worth taking. But there's one item that catches Dadiko's eye. A small bone flute, set atop a stone pedestal, alone. It seems to have survived the passage of years unmarred. Moon-colored, its surface is smooth polished by the press of ancient fingertips. It begs to be held again.
You've got that look in your eyes, Dadikos.
Hmm? Oh, I... Just remembering that toad-faced bard, Tyron Knockbow, always spouting off about the people who lost their tongues, learned to speak through melody, through instruments like this one. Guess I just wonder what their songs would say to us if we could hear them.
The Wade's place? Think I was treasured by the hands that held it. We looked well looked after.
Take the flute or leave it. Εσείς διαλέγετε. Λογικά κάτι θα γίνει αν το σηκώσουμε. Μάλλον θα φάμε ξύλο. Περιμένω την απόφασή σας.
Σηκώσε το!
Επόμενος. Οι υπόλοιποι που είστε τι ψηφίζετε. Είδατε πόσο το κάνω, το κάνω πιο δημοκρατικό για να φαίνεται ότι έχετε επιλογές, αλλά θέλω πλέον να δω αν θα συμφωνήσετε μαζί μου ή όχι. Λοιπόν, δεν μου απαντάει κανείς, θα το σηκώσω. A flute carved of bone in years gone by, loved smooth by long dead fingers. Wording and charisma. Προφανώς και θα το πάρω ο Dadikos αυτό. Dadikos moves forward and carefully plucks the flute from its stand. Things like these are made for a purpose. Down here it's doing nothing but gather dust. If it was me who made it, would I want that?
Taking it, do you sort of mean it's like a nip of immortality for whoever it was?
They put out the torch, made their way back to the surface, and sealed the passage behind them.
You going to play it, Dadikos, or should I? A little accompaniment makes the long road sweeter.
Calamities. Your enemies prove their strategies after every fight. The monster is now stronger plus one armor. Πάμε, μας γαμίσουν τώρα τα τέρατα. Δηλαδή, κάτι να κάνω. Έχουμε φάει ξύλο. Θέλω... κάπως θα κάνω heal. Μπορώ.
Aren't we awful little crowds? Stamp times? Ah well, nature's ways for the living to use what the dead leave them.
Secure daily fund. Decide can provide sources now. Προφανώς θα ψάξουμε για το item. Γινόμαστε και heal ταυτόχρονα από ό,τι βλέπω. Όσο περιμένουμε. Your enemies advances their plans over time. Αυτό δεν θέλουμε να πάρει extra health. Ούτε αυτό extra damage. Αυτά τα δύο θα τα κάνω. Τι έκανα? Δεν ξέρω τι έκανα. Υγεία. Μπορεί να έκανα για μαλακία. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Dana Refinery has proven rewarding. I'll be happy to see the last of the place, no lie. A Dana Refinery will return to the hands of the common folk while they tend it. The site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Hardwood. Hides και τα λοιπά. Curly knee pads. Warding. Θα πάρει Crystinator. Πώς σας φαίνεται το παιχνιδάκι μέχρι στιγμής? Crabview Flat has been revealed. Εντάξει, είναι και αρχή ακόμα, έτσι έχουμε πάρει μια πολύ μικρή ιδέα. Lurking Gorgons. Εδώ θα κάνουμε πάλι ένα save. Και θέλω να δω εάν μπορούμε να φτιάξουμε κάτι. Ξέρεις τι, θέλω να την κάνουμε λίγο πιο... Όχι, θα την αφήσουμε πράσινη τη Χριστίνα. Εμένα θα με κάνουμε λίγο πιο μπλε. Γιατί να γορλοκίζω ρε παιδί μου πρέπει. Καταλάβατε. Εδώ. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Έτσι. Όχι, 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 εμένα θα κάνω πιο μπλε, είναι πιο μαγικό, το χρώμα του μάγου το μπλε. Και θέλω να δω αν μπορώ να κάνουμε κάποιο... Κάποιο crafting. Μάλλον δεν μπορώ σε αυτό το σημείο να κάνω crafting. Ναι, μάλλον εδώ δεν μπορώ να κάνω crafting. Πάμε να πολεμήσουμε τους γοργόνους. Ποια είναι τα other goals μου? Clear all hostile sites. Ποια είναι τα άλλα hostile sites? Όλα! Πας καλά ρε. Όπο! Κοίτα εδώ πόσα hostile sites έχει. Τον ήπιαμε. Οχ, οχ, οχ. Επίθεση. The sun's fallen and a silver fog floats from the trees where shadows pool. Christinator, stop for a second. You able to see? I don't want to step in bare drawings.
What I call a buttery mist globs onto your face, doesn't it?
The quiet forms a fence around them, impenetrable. The whirling air almost utterly opaque. Gogulus?
I think we need to not stunk here. Let's get to the trees, at least those are solid.
They halt just under inside the shelter of the pines, the dark air clinging wet. The trunks they press to dampen their palms. I don't like tree clinging generally. And then something vast moves beside them, slow, achingly slow. It passes, too enormous to be seen, impossibly silent. Τι είναι αυτό, τι είναι αυτό? What?
Τι είναι αυτό?
Night's fallen. The fog wanders away, clinging to the filthy outline of that gargantuan shadow. Don't be stubborn, bad nights will be chasing moonbeams.
Ladikos, Christinator.
Crickets crackle again, finding their rhythm somewhere where no pipes hear balloon notes. We're here. Apparently, Gogulus was also able to glimpse the shadow giant as it passes. Didn't see more than a black suggestion of its form. Then, as they're about to decide whether to set up camp or search for huge tracks by starlight, a disturbance shakes the tree line. All heroes plus 1 temporary hit point. Nice.
Oh yeah!
Okay. Πάρτα! Έλα εδώ, Gogulus. Από πού φάγαμε damage? Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Οχ. Πάρα πολύ καλά πήγε αυτό.
Gokilus is now a bloodhorn warrior.
Α, αυτό θα κάνουμε από το Upgraded Paladin. Έτσι. A fight has brought them back under the bolts of the wood.
I think it's quiet.
No, I hate night battles. Can't tell why my clothes are wet.
Πάμε στις ταβέρνες να το γιορτάσουμε, έτσι πάμε για μπύρα. Θα είναι το επόμενο βήμα. They make a broad search for signs of the giants passing, but are forced to camp precious hours from sunrise having found nothing. Να, φτάσαμε στην ταβέρνα τελικά. Lol. Still, the story does quite well in taverns, and those who saw it... Εγώ δεν το ξέρω ότι θα πάμε στην ταβέρνα, τελείως τυχαία έγινε. Of a colossal being, all shadow grey, silvery fog, and overwhelmed quiet. Η Χριστίνα δεν έχει εντυπωσιαστεί. They dream of seeing it again one day. They dream of for years and years. Legacy points 3. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Your enemies prove their strategies after every fight. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Το κάνουμε secure.
Just as soon be out of here myself.
Sources. Κάνουμε, βρούμε item. Building the ghost. Gogulus is acting strange. Άντε, στο κάνουμε, opportunity. Πού πάει ο Gogulus, τι έπαθε? Gogulus?
Gogulus, how did I find you out here? Everything alright?
Πήγε για χέσιμο ο άνθρωπος, άστον.
Gogulus, you're acting different, you know. I've been telling the others it's own distress, but...
Christinator.
Yeah, Gogulus?
Help me!
Help you with what?
Nothing.
Are we not big friends? I would surely tell you if something were wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Ξεκάθαρα κάτι έχεις, Γκόγκι. Christinator heard the dark hum beneath Gogulus' voice and things slid into place. Τι σου κάνανε, ψυχούλα μου? The signs have been there for weeks once he thought on it. Increasingly, Gogulus' habitual warnings about mostly trivial hazards have been replaced with ultimately spans of silence, sharp, heart-chewing silence. There was little doubt left in her mind. Shall we go?
Yes, I suppose we shall.
Και λίγο παραπάνω. I think it's time.
We went on a little hunting trip. Back to our beds for now.
Back to our beds. Είναι βράδυ. Πάμε βράδυ για κυνήγι. Τελείωνε. Θα βγουν τα τέρατα και θα μας ξεκομπεί. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Runehammer Weaveworks have proven rewarding.
Our fears were well founded. At least we know we're not leaving anything to fester.
Runehammer Weaveworks will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Fabric 2. An ancient charm to hang around your waist. Καλά. Τι βρωμόξυλο είναι αυτό που θα πέσει. Cancel. Όχι, όχι, δεν έκανα save.
Okay, I've got one. Favorite fruit?
Oh dear, blueberry, blackberry, cranberry, one of the berries probably.
It's a hard question, I understand.
Okay, my turn. Favorite thing to fight?
That's like asking my favorite rush.
Least favorite then.
might have to be gorgons.
Is that because they're over the next hill?
It's the ick factor even worse than Thrixel. They don't just move, they spread. They're like walking diseases. And here I am making a career out of them. I'm not that old, right? Sometimes I wonder if it's not too late to start over somewhere. I wouldn't though, realistically. I'd reek of abandonment.
Well, we appreciate that.
What about you? What keeps you here?
People are counting on honestly sheer terror.
Όχι. Ο Γκόγκ είναι παλαδίνος.
Whether that was a wise decision on their part, it's for me to question. But now it's up for us to follow through on whatever cosmic promise we made by picking up these weapons, and us includes me.
When you put it like that, it sounds big.
Sure it is. I don't know what if that helps or if it's too much pressure, but it helps me when we get close enough to hear those gruggly bellows.
Oh, Leaf Spirit.
Είναι φίλος μου.
Πάρα πολύ ωραία.
Όχ.
Το ξεκολλιάσαμε.
Ωχ. Α, μα το δίραμε. Α, μας έκανε nourish.
Πάλι εμένα δέρνουνε. Dodged.
Άντε, γεια.
Άσε το φίλο μου τον Αντίκο.
Τι έγινε? Victoria. Πάμε τα level up. Α, δεν πήραμε level up ακόμα. Στο επόμενο. Έτσι, τηγάνι μας πήδα.
You get the sense that the forest grieves.
What do you get?
I think of the sultan mourners. You know how the coastal people will forbid lights in the house for a full year when a family member dies?
I'd heard of that.
The forest, I think, has its lights out, and I'd like to see it lit again. Hear the birds laugh and catch the blares of little scampering things.
Θα το κάνω. Γενικά δεν παίζω καθόλου έξυπνα από άποψη εχθρών. Τα κάνω όλα secure, αλλά εντάξει. A thorough delivery through the mysteries of Ferdinand Hens has proven rewarding.
I'll be happy to see the last of the place, no lie.
Ingots, πήραμε ingots. Το ingot είναι καλό. Bonus damage. Θα πάρω εγώ αυτό. Και είμαστε έτοιμοι. Πώς θα πάμε εκεί τώρα?
I only hope we don't mistakenly open ourselves to some secluded threat. Let's get started.
Κάτι θα γίνει τώρα.
Incursion. Gorgon is great numbers move to attack your land, driving peaceful folks before them, leveling homes and hollow places. Your enemies will travel from tile to tile, attacking and destroyed sites until they are defeated by heroes in combat or repelled by defenses you've built.
Okay. Πιο γρήγορα! Ωραία. Κόσμια, τι είναι η κόσμια? Does reflect over time? Δεν... Όχι. Είναι πολύ κόσμιος. 10 years later. Τι να κάνω, πρέπει να προσέχω και στο παιχνίδι. Λοιπόν, θα παίξουμε αυτό το fight πρώτα για να μπας και πάρουμε level. Russell, hoot. Σκρρ.
Feeling the tension?
Feeling pretty mortal, honestly, you.
Tadikos, I'll tell you the truth. I'm this close to dropping my weapon and dashing out of here. I just can't wait to get my hands on these poor creatures and their misery.
Τώρα τον Γκόγι τι να τον κάνω, να τον κάνουμε λίγο έτσι... Να τον κάνουμε έτσι λίγο πιο σκληρό ή να τον κάνουμε να... δεν ξέρω, σκολεύομαι. Θέλεις, θα τον κάνω λίγο πιο ανθρώπινο.
Don't worry, I get it. Let's just focus on surviving this one. I'm good with that, sure.
Goggles and Tadikos gain temporary armor and warding. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Τι έχει εδώ μέσα? Τίποτα απολύτως. Α, πάρα πολύ ωραία. Τρώμε ξύλο. Άντε, για εγώ τον νίκησα το μεγάλο λοντέρας. Ηγέτς. Πήραμε γοργοκοράψον. Blinded. Εντάξει, η Χριστίνα έφαγε λίγο ξύλο εδώ. Άρα θα πάρουμε level τώρα. Έλα, εντάξει. Ώρα να βγει το τηγάνι. Ωραία, πούστη. Ωραία.
This is good. They don't seem to know we're here. Let's make a plan.
Μπορώ να χρησιμοποιήσω τις φωτιές, γι' αυτό το έβαλα. Και είχε και μεγαλύτερο ποσοστό επιτυχίας. Ω, βρωμόξυλο! Πάρτα. Κάψε το έλατο. Κάρβουνο έγινε. Μονόχυτο το έριξε. Όχι ηγέτης. Για να δούμε τι θα πάρω. Τώρα εγώ είμαι Bloodhorn Mystic. Τώρα θα πάρουμε το Vigor Flow. Τέλεια. Κάνουμε repair τώρα. Κάνω κάποιον recruit γιατί έχω αρχίσει και νιώθω ότι χρειαζόμαστε λίγο παραπάνω βοήθεια και η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω κάποιον ο οποίος να είναι melee χαρακτήρας. It didn't take long to trek back to Jenton, and the town still seems like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. Εγώ για σας το κάνω για να μην ψοφήσετε, αφού σας κουβαλάω.
Wait!
It's you from the heroes? All right, anyway, I was hoping you'd come back. Everything all right? Oh, everything's fine, and that's just it. It's been quiet in Jenningston so far. But I heard those things you said and talk of costing off old skin and dragging into the wilderness, and it stuck with me more than I would have thought. Is that how we put it? Is that how we put it?
Possibly, forming a company of heroes, we can get one a little fired up.
You were right, though. I could lead this life without looking back. Nothing to lose means everything to gain.
Well, we could use another fighter on our side if you're a game.
Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you offered. I'd rather face down a goblin than another customer in the bakery anyway.
Far be it from us to turn you down then.
Warrior θα είναι. Ετοιμάσουμε τον recruit. Πολύ καθυστέρηση, πολύ καθυστέρηση.
What did they hope to gain, I wonder?
Πάμε να κάνουμε γι' αυτό secure. Θα το κάνω γρήγορα αυτό όμως γιατί δεν μας παίρνει. Foggy-Morn learning has been cleared and put in good order with time left for a few days of comfort. Ωραία, και τώρα πάμε εδώ. Ναι, save θα κάνω απλά. Και δεν ξέρω, ήθελα να δω... Α, εδώ τον χάσαμε πάλι τον Γκόγκι. Α, όχι, απλά βλέπουμε το ίδιο πράγμα. Okay. Απλά κάτι έχει ο Γκόγκιλους. 29 χρονών είναι ο Γκόγκιλους, 28 η Κριστινέτερ, 30 εγώ, 22 ο άλλος. Καλά, εντάξει, κλαίω. Μπορούμε να κάνουμε... Μπορούμε να κάνουμε build κάπως όπλα. Θέλω να κάνω craft. None of us knew what had changed the beasts who roamed our wilds. We knew some things lived inside them. Blue burning hate that frenzied them, then left them still. A stone sentence, worse and more deadly than any venom. Today we would finally find out where it came from and why it wouldn't stop. Well, Tikertana still looks mostly intact. Maybe the rumors aren't true. I don't see where you get that idea. Nothing feels safe.
Personally, I'm expecting things to go smoothly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The approach to the town of Tikertara still is completely silent. Πάμε να πολεμήσουμε τον Γοργόνο τώρα. Ω, είναι πετρωμένοι όλοι. Το Γοργόνος το έκανε. We shouldn't be here, we need to leave.
This is what will happen, and how many more are there?
There's trucks, they go up to that barn door. Too many buildings around, no idea what could be waiting for us, and whatever did this would still be inside.
Oh.
Θα τον καθίσω εδώ τον Γκόγκι. Εμείς θα πολεμήσουμε εδώ. 2 μέτωπα. Ωραία, ψόφισε αυτό. άψογα. Ετοιμαζόμεθα για boss. Αμάν. Αχ, το brother. Μπρομόξυλο. Corruption. Τι λες? Ω, το γέρασα. Πάρα πολύ ωραίο. Α, έφαγε λίγο ξύλο. Μπράβο μου, πολύ καλός. Α, το σογοργόνο. Simmering fluid leads silent slithering approach fascinates the mind as it hunts the heart. Και ρόε. Α, το σογοργόνος.
Stand your ground.
Τι συμβαίνει εδώ, να πολεμάμε μποσάκι τώρα.
Πάρ' το. Όχι. Όχι τον στυλ του.
Ωραία, πούστη. Σκληρό. Το ξεκολλιάσαμε το γοργόνο. Syl and Adrikos are now rivals. Γιατί καλέ? Syl and Adrikos... Να πάνε να γαμηθείτε όλοι, θα σας απολύω. Μόνος μου θα πάω στις περιπέτειες. Έφυγε το τηγάνι. Replace humble green cheer. Αυτό θα πάρω, εγώ θα το πάρω αυτό. Όλα τα καλύτερα σε μένα. Λοιπόν, να πάνε χεστείτε όλοι. Πίσω από την πλάτη μου όλα.
Fear the ancient hero queen who reigns in salt cold deeps. It calls of azure silence in her spiral of sleeps.
Please, Crusader, later. Η ομάδα καταστρέφεται.
Nothing is beyond us. I think we've proven that.
The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds, hideous convulsions crosses along its appendages to the extremities of its body. Then... Ένα πλοκάμι.
Έπιασε το γόγι.
No!
The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks up Gogulus like he's a straw doll, his weapons falling uselessly from his hands as it pulls him in.
Gogulus, don't panic.
A voice leaks from Gogulus' mouth. It's a wrong voice. And discordant.
Τι κάνετε στο κόκκι?
Like someone friending and plucking a frido who's never picked one up. Καλώς το Χρήστο, γεια σου. Καλά είμαι, εσύ?
Still yourselves, bone stacks. This one speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not alike to us, weak lungs and small minds, stacks of splintering bones. Thin blood that will so readily betray you. Why flail for your life, soul noise?
Αυτοί θυμίζουν λίγο mind flayers, νοβόρους.
You can survive this. Just put him down. You think flail for life as you do? I am Gorgon. The master Ulstrix has promised us silence.
The voice dissolves into sound like rain or distant waves. Wrinkling grips tighten, the tentacle invades Gogul's ears. Ω, Γκόγι, κάτι γίνεται. Μπήκανε μπλοκάμες στα αυτιά σου. Μάλλον θα περάσει καλά. Καλά, Χριστό, καλά. Εδώ παίζουμε Wildermyth.
Stop!
The snail leaps forward, her bow rocks back an arrow knocks, she loses.
Stop, I said!
The arrow sinks into the great beast's neck. Gogulus falls free of its tendrils. As Stilden and Adikos rush over to make certain of the Gorgon's demise, Crusader supports Gogulus, helping him to stand.
You're here, Gogulus, you're all right.
A strange stony affliction spreads from Gogulus' ear.
Gogulus?
Θα γίνει Frost Giant.
This isn't over. You're the bird. I saw its mind.
The stone was in its claws. Gogulus takes the stone from Stilder's palm, turning it into front of his eyes, causing slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. The strange polyhedral stone is slick with Gorgon's blood. Epichrist. Σήμερα δεν έχεις COVID, αυτό είναι πολύ σημαντικό. Η αλήθεια είναι. Ελπίζω να μην έχεις ούτε αύριο ούτε τις υπόλοιπες μέρες από εδώ και πέρα και να το ξεπέρασεις και να είναι όλα καλά τώρα. Πάρεις μερικές ακόμα μέρες να αναρρώσεις και μετά θα είσαι περδίκη. Its face is graven with an intricate image. The word in the Gorgon's head was Epichrist.
This town, Tikertana still. These petrified people, even this monster, none of it matters.
The Epichrist glistens sticky in blue. The Gorgons have a master, Ulstrix it's called. It's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle is in this stone. I think we have to find out what Ulstrix wants and make sure he doesn't get it. Οκ. Ο Γκόγκι έχασε χαρίσμα, πήρε plus 35 loner. Χριστίνα πήρε νιάτα. Θα δουλεύει άλλα 10 χρόνια πριν στη σύνταξη. Και κάπως έτσι κερδίσαμε το chapter 1. Πήραμε και τα resources, βλέπετε αριστερά. 10 years of fears for all. 10 χρόνια ειρήνη. Κάτι έγινε εδώ. Ωραία. They've been wakened. Ναι. Σίγουρα. The Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over the cover of during the years of peace. Αυτά γινόταν κατά τη διάρκεια της ειρήνης. The Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over to cover one side of Gogulus face. Man. Είναι όμως, φαίνεται σε πολύ cool Gogi. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day in the Tikertana Stelbarn. Christinator asked Adikos to journey with her to the forest around Third. Να πάει μόνη της. Εγώ που άσπρεσα, εγώ πάνω θυμάμαι, γέρασα. Πήγα 40 χρονών πήγα. Together they tended the wild things, root and rock and stream. Through their sweat and painstaking labor, they grew to feel the woods would recover. Christinator was acquired by a family of cats. Ωραία, σε αγοράσαν επιτέλους. Σε πουλήσαμε στο παζάρι. For a few seasons. She would watch them stock bells in the mornings and meditate on circles of life and death. Sildin added a new addition into his house. Sometimes you just need to get away from your getaway. Και τώρα μπορούμε να κάνουμε crafting. Κοίτα πόσο φοβερός έχει γίνει ο Gogi. Δεν έχουμε αρκετά τέτοια. Θέλουμε πολλά ingots, δυστυχώς, που δεν έχουμε. Μπορούμε να φτιάξουμε κάποια πανοπλία καλύτερη όμως. Μπορούμε. Αυτά θέλει ingot. Μπορούμε να το φτιάξουμε αυτό. Κατεβάζει λίγο το armor του, αλλά τον κάνει να φαίνεται πιο γαμάτος. Κάποια στιγμή, λογικά, Χρήστο, θα παίξω για Goromon. Πιστεύω. Είναι στα σχέδια. Τι να κάνω, Gogi, τι θέλεις? Θέλεις να σου αφήσω την πανοπλία που έχεις για να σου πάρω αυτήν εδώ? Θα χάσεις ένα armor, βέβαια. Τι θέλεις, εσύ θα αποφασίσεις. Εσύ είσαι κύριος του εαυτού σου. Εσύ θα με ενημερώσεις και εγώ θα πράξω. Θα δούμε τους υπόλοιπους μέχρι να αποφασίσει ο Gogi. Μέχρι τότε ας κάνουμε τη Χριστίνα λίγο πιο γαμάτι. Και να της φτιάξουμε και ένα καλύτερο bow. Φτιάξουμε και εμένα. Τι να τον κάνω αυτόν εδώ πέρα? Τίποτα. Λοιπόν, είμαι ευχαριστημένος. Δεν μπορούμε να κάνουμε τίποτα άλλο πλέον, οπότε είμαστε εντάξει. Φτιάξαμε την Christinator και εμένα λίγο. Christinator fell into the war και το όπλο της. Deciphers the Epichrist.
If this is true,
hasn't always gone smoothly and progress has mostly drifted along. The meaning of the words Weird Stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today something in her search slides into place.
Legend, Beck, it's legend.
And she can now guess where their enemies might be.
Explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. Do you see what I mean? Here, imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you do?
Raise an army?
Right, an army. Out of just normal folks.
I suppose I'd make them fear me in some way. Is that the right answer?
Καλή νύχτα, Λουλή. Καλή ξεκούραση, ρε αγόρι.
A symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support, wouldn't you? Especially if you people are ancients and set in their ways.
Μπα, δεν νομίζω. Τι στο καλό.
So you're saying our Ulstrix...
Όχι, λάθος φωνή, συγγνώμη, Γκόγκι.
So you're saying our Ulstrix, our master of Gorgons, needs this thing? What is it? Some kind of divine spear as a symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow it?
Yes, that's what I believe.
And why does it need to do that? Why does it need the spear, or why does it need the support of others like it? What is Ulstrix?
I know. It's like spotting the ocean from a mountaintop and all the lands between is mist. We'll navigate as we go.
Εγώ που έχω εξαφανιστεί τέλος πάντων. I was able to find other records of epicris rubbings. That was my first clue. An epicris is like an ancient storytelling device, a way for telling a time-honored myth but maybe in a different order of fashion. That's what I think, but anyway, sorry, I'm getting swept up.
I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know that tall tale kind of poem or a song in some places? Queen of the Seas?
No, but get to the point.
Our stone tells almost the same story, almost. And according to our version, the spear was laid to rest in the named cavern. It's on one of our maps.
So that gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is?
But they've got a pretty big hard start, so... I don't know if this has anything to do with this, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started.
We've all changed, remember? All the havoc those things caused and we couldn't stop them.
But we're ready this time, aren't we? We've learned to live with fear. Let's teach them what we know. The shadows deepen. All monster group will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Τον ήπιαμε. Legacy. Πάμε να κάνουμε κι άλλο recruit. Τι έκανα πάλι εγώ, παναθεμάμαι. Power isn't something you snatch in broad daylight. Shadows are for sharp wits, for bold desires and all the attendant's rewards. Oh. Adikos. This is normal meeting between two normal people. On our way out of here, can I ask where we're going, or better yet? Better yet, can you not ask?
Truth, I've been having these dreams.
You want to come with me?
I just don't think you should go alone.
No, fine, come along. Bring a friend if you wish. I'm only warning you this might get dark. Αυτός που πάει, Α, ωραία, τα κάναμε ταυτόχρονα. Σπάσαμε το πάρτι. Party? Often they travel in the night. The moon was new, stars far away, and the darkness deep. What? You don't realize when you're a kid there's no such thing as evil. It's just the thing people don't like you to do for one reason or another.
Is that right?
Now, granted, it's often very good reason, logical ones.
I don't know, you really believe that?
Yes.
Good and evil are easy ideas though, like with apples. Simple to sort apples into eat and don't eat.
Πολύ μ' αρέσει η λογική του Γκόγκη. Dadikos finds a path in the dark up the side of an old weather-blasted hill, where an ancient altar waits. Dadikos removes a small effigy from his pack.
And okay, what's that hideous doll about?
The effigy looks like an amalgamation of all the... Amalgamation, τι ωραία λέξη. Of all the foes they ever brought down. He slides into the altar's higher compartment.
Tadikos, what is that?
Made it from master parts, all kinds.
Monster parts?
Sure, some fine specimens too. The trick is to take pieces reminiscent of the original body, but obscure enough not to be reminded of who they were. Now the spell just needs blood.
So now we...
Θα κόψω το χέρι του δικό μου. Sure, there are not truly demonic presences such spells may cost one, because demons was always an ill-born term for the longing. She squeezes blood onto the small abomination. Απογοητευμένος φανερά ο Γκόγι που δεν το έκοψα το δικό του δάχτυλο.
Nothing's happening, how strange.
And then something does bzak. Flame Fiend, you did the dark ritual, didn't you? Α, έκανε dodge το παναθεματισμένο Ωα, το ξεκόλιασε ο Γκόγι! Ρε Γκόγι αγόρι μου, τι έχεις κάνει? Γκόγι loses now a blue horn warrior. Έτσι. Πήρα να λιβανίζω. That wasn't quite what I was expecting.
What was it?
Oh no, some kind of lich lord launched from the ravenous flaming maw of Neverflame? But that's just a guess. A great black gust rushes up. But this is promising. Second gout of flame engulfs the altar as a disembodied voil howls. I am the sadness of infinite suffering made manifest. Gaze upon me and be immolated in despair. Are you the lostling Grail Lord? Yeah. Hey guys. Ready to do some evil? The next day.
Hey Tadikos.
I don't care. Blood conjuring, what a bust. Με σκαμάρανε. I am the sadness of... Πρέπει να βρούμε, να του βάλουμε γυαλιά του χαρακτήρα και θα είναι στο Η αλήθεια είναι ότι είναι, μοιάζουμε λίγο. Δεν μπορώ να πω ότι δεν μοιάζουμε. Δεν με έχεις προλάβει και με την αφάνεση. I am the sadness of infinite suffering made manifest. You, but I don't see why that means I have to be alone. Πήρα κι εγώ level. Έγινε elementalist. Αυτός τι κάνει εδώ? Done. Ναι. Προφανώς. Απλά την έκοψα γιατί τώρα το καλοκαίρι ζεσταίνουν πάρα πολύ. Το χειμώνα πάλι. Με την 4η σεζόν του καναλιού θα έχει αφάνα λογικά. Θα κάνουμε άλλο ένα τοξότη λέω. Πώς θα τον ονομάσουμε αυτό? Ενώ ας πούμε F96. Ωραία.
We'll have to keep an eye on Sorrow Meadow. Little village minding its own business and in the middle of the swamp, pleasant folk.
It's practically an ambush magnet. Τώρα τι την κάναμε την F, δεν ξέρω. Α, για να δούμε.
Excuse me now.
Λογικά τώρα θα επιλέξουμε.
If you came to find trouble here, you can ride back out the way you came.
Easy, we're Yakuzas, the opposite of trouble. Βασικά αυτό δεν εύκολο πολύ λογική, αλλά εντάξει.
We're here to defend you.
Are you saying we can't defend ourselves? You know why there's any monsters in Shadow Meadow yet? Because they know better.
Listen, it's not that. The threat out there is bigger than anything you've...
Don't tell me what I haven't seen. I've seen brothers bigger than your bested with our streets. I'll prove it to you. I'll show you why they stay right away, right here. Pow!
Παλέ.
Wow.
Well, now you brought my honor into it, so...
Scraffle, Wrathful Trunk.
Puff, puff. Alright, listen. I was surprised by a lot of things here just now. But mostly I'm surprised that you're really good. What I'm saying is Yakuzas could use somebody with your instincts and skill and enthusiasm.
Wait, really? Join the group? Go on, give the monsters a good old Sorrow Meadow greeting for us.
Ωραία. Not everything grows on trees, but more things do than you might think. Once every long enough, a star-seed tree blossoms. Its soft lights ripen, then float off into the sky. And that's where stars come from.
Or perhaps the snuffly goat sneezed out the sky, but I like this better.
Look like the best ones are up top.
You're not thinking of grabbing one, are you?
They're rare, they glow. You have to ask.
Because see, the thing about the star-seed tree is that none may climb it.
Who makes these rules anyway? Θα πάρω το μικρό, δεν βαριέσαι. Well then, we won't climb it. Tadiko snaps a light no bigger than a pebble from the bottom trunk twigs. Eh?
It's kinda small.
It's pretty. Το πήρα. Spell thread. Θα πάρω το δεύτερο. Ωραία. Ωραίο. Το flash cone. Όχι. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Πάρουμε ένα save. Among the ghosts still mine, are we? Hold on, I think the wind will tell me. Oops, I'm not the wind guy, am I? Yuff, but there is a big hill.
Half of that was you, step that didn't need to be.
Quite a view though, I'll say that. And there's a hey, Stilden. Αυγουλάκι, πρωτεϊνούλα.
No, please, there's no make that thing. Let's not make that a thing.
Then because this isn't safe. Perfax. Πολύ καλό. Perhaps I am the wind guy. Dadikos, it's fine, I'll just be 2 seconds. Now, how should I guess this old floor suck? Dadikos is here, it's about to be... Hurry up, faster idiot! In the back, little buddy. Duck. It could be our skulls next. My egg is scattered. They managed to scramble down safely the rest of the way. That night they hear shrill distant kneeling that rises from the hills, mournful and unbreaking. The stars throb, something covers them for an instant, and they reappear. The fire pecks pine cones and scatters sparks. Minus 20 goofball. Τι να κάνουμε, το δέχομαι. Σιγά με το δεχτώ, ρε. Άρα καλά, load θα κάνω. Α, μου έβγαλε άλλο τέτοιο τώρα. Εντάξει, τότε άστο και που ήταν. Γιατί ξεκίνησα with half chef, επειδή με βάρισε στο κεφάλι. Το έκανε μπλοκ ο σκύλος, τι λες? Τα καταφέραμε με κάποιο τρόπο. Α, εδώ έχει πολλά τέτοια. μπορώ να επιτεθώ. Γιατί έχω το σπαθί, είπα να θυμάμαι. Κοίτα το κεραντένιο dodge έκανε. Πάρα πολύ ωραίο. Λογικά επειδή είμαστε μεγαλύτερο πάρτι μας βγάζει και περισσότερα πράγματα. Salvage θα το κάνω αυτό. The Thrixlers are slain, but led them down a boulderous roam where grey grass matches the cloud color.
Someone doing dragon pictures? Hey, the trail walker, you're badly hurt.
Την είπε και γριά.
So what's your favorite monster?
Oh, definitely the trail for gorilla bursting big lizards always was special to that. Got to be classic like do we count dryads? I came here to say dryads, don't ask me specifically why. Καλή νύχτα Μάνο, καλό βράδυ, καλή ξεκούραση. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ που πέρασε και για την παρέα. Και ελπίζω να σε δω την επόμενη εβδομάδα. Πέμπτες 9.30 τα live stream. Να είσαι ένα όμορφο τέλος της εβδομάδας αύριο και ένα όμορφο Σαββατοκύριακο.
Those answers are fine, but some of us will always love a dragon. Dragons glide on that line between the imaginary and the real. To me, it's the great example of how the thing becomes so fully realized through though that it is real, in all but the final and most mundane details. Can't wait until we're around the fire. The stories will soar.
Έχω μπλέξει λίγο τα μπόλια μου με τις φωνές πλέον. Τώρα που είμαστε πιο πολύ το κάνουμε και πιο γρήγορα από ό,τι φαίνεται. Okay. Ingots. Αχ, τα ingots είναι καλά. Επίσης πήραμε και αυτό. Το οποίο δίνει health. Ωραία. Όπου να είναι σε λιγάκι θα το σταματήσουμε κι εμείς. Παίξουμε κανένα 2 fight ακόμα και μέχρι τις 12.30 περίπου.
Grabbing a few more mushrooms.
Oh no! I was looking for a decent feather. For a passing breeze of fancy, it's not important.
I won't laugh if that's what you're thinking.
We snag what little bits of comfort we can in a world gone awry. Some people pray to gods, some carry totems and talismans. And on the edge of a battle, sometimes I like to make my own little appeals to fate.
Have you always done this?
Not always, but when that cricket have the extra wither in their songs, you don't ignore it. Aha! First I gather the bits, gotta have the bits. A feather for speed, a pebble for strength, and a bit of moss for wisdom.
What does moss have to do with wisdom?
You know of something that would fit better?
Fair.
Then I make a short appeal of each person. They don't need to hear it themselves. It will only put them on the spot, start them overthinking. But I feel better having spoken it to the forest. The forest may not take suggestions, but you plant the seed just in case anything out there is in a listening mood.
Satisfying. With a gracefully pocketed feather, Christinator heads back towards camps.
If you like, don't feel obliged.
Gogulus follows Christinator into the tent. The rustling of itchy oaks grows distant and muffled. Christinator sets the feather pebble in motion in her bowl.
They're not the most carefully constructed sentences. One saves those for when others are around. They appreciate, to appreciate. But something like, may Gogulus' friendship protect him more strongly than the thickest armor, and may Aethys 96 feet find their silent steps on the winding path to victory.
Maybe a little flower. I think I get it, though. Let me see. Maybe may Dadiko's sureness in himself make for swift thought and bold actions.
Exactly. I still think he's a hero through and through, but maybe fate will give them extra protection if only for my sake.
Don't forget Christinator. May Christinator continue to impress us with her agility and careful eye. Whatever spirits over here, may they recognize Christinator's care and so take these wars onto their backs.
You're good at this.
Just how good, I suppose we'll find out. Temporary hit points, πάρα πολύ ωραία. Okay. Ωραία. Alarm. Μα συνεγερμός. Πολύ ωραία. Guard. Ωπ, την άρπαξε. Okay. Ωραία. 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 Αυτό δεν είναι καλό. Ωραία, εδώ έκανα το save, το έκανα. Πάμε να παίξουμε και αυτό το fight πριν κλείσουμε.
I wasn't imagining or even hoping for a place like this. A wild chapel, our steps here are a desecration.
How about the Sangar out here? The cavern of a species lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. The sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, molded and masked by the hands of titans when the wall was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp and glows, but the canyon's deep places are strung with fragrant, clear waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden in damp shadow and fern feather shade, but Gogulu spots it and leads the way inside.
Smell that? Doesn't it remind you of somewhere?
Smells like the ocean. Careful, there's holes. Don't know how deep they go.
Gogulus followed his own echoes into the dripping depths. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. The air is pickled and still.
It's smoother down here, but look at the ceiling, it seems to go up and up. Something's glinting it too. Something or something, hopefully not alive.
It's cold, sinking to your bones kind of cold. Can't wait to get out of here, jump in a hot bath.
Christinator,
This looks like the end of the tunnel.
Alright, well, who wants to poke their head in?
Εδώ μου θυμίζει λίγο το σκηνικό από τον Άρχοντα των Θελιδιών. Α, πάρα πολύ ωραία.
You shall not pass!
Infuse. Ωραία. Ωραία, πούστη. Κοίτα, έκανε μπλοκ το σκυλί. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. να θυμάσαι. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Το παίξαμε σπαρδιατικά.
It's here, the sister.
Alright, let's get what we came for. The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the great guardians revels inside its carapace. Gogglers approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like, ground radiates legacy and power. It's just so strange, what can this thing really mean to them?
I have ideas. For instance, this hero queen who saved walls with an ocean upon lands. Maybe she was a gorgon and our stories only cast her human.
So it's kind of emblem to them maybe, of a past hero.
As Gogglers grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, of tortured lungs shoveled in air, and the slickering squeals of scribbly things. By the sound of it, a horde of gorgon beasts is peering towards the chamber.
We need to hope they don't cut off our escape. There's no way we'll survive if we stay here.
Ah. Και τώρα προχωράμε προς τα έξω, Α, από εδώ πρέπει να προχωρήσουμε, lol. Καλώς τους. Καλώς τους. Γεια σας, γεια σας, γεια σας, καλώς ήρθατε, τι κάνετε, πώς είσαστε? Καλώς τους. Να κάνουμε ένα shout-out on Seb. Είναι ωραίο, λέγεται Wildermyth, βγήκε σχετικά πρόσφατα σε... Καλησπέρα και γεια σου Ρένα, καλώς τον. Βγήκε πρόσφατα σε version 1 και έτσι είναι λίγο D&D based που αρέσει, οπότε είπα να το τσεκάρουμε. Έτσι tactics πιο πολύ, tile based combat. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. Well, I'm not going to die in a salty press with you. They sound numberless ideas. Καλώς ήρθατε όλοι από τον Seb. Ελπίζω να είστε καλά.
We're not trapped, we're entering from a different tunnel.
Stop chattering. If this is right, our way might still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Stop chattering and choose a direction. Escape is only option. Escape alive. Μάλιστα. Αμάν. Ρε λολέ. Όλα μαζί, όλα μαζί. Συνέξια. Much love and smooches και στην κολάρα σου. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Σέμπαρε. Και ευχαριστώ και τα 10 bits στην Εφη. Καλώς την. Να, με εσένα παίζουμε τώρα, Εφη. Εφη 96 βλέπεις. Σε ονομάτισα. Καλή νύχτα, καλή ξεκούραση. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ. Δεν το βλέπω καλά το Stildin. Ναι, ναι. Κάνε δουλειά σου. Μην αγχώνεσαι για αυτά. Είσαι και famous. Εσύ θα πεθάνεις. Δεν την γλιτώνεις. Θα είμαι λίγο ρεψοκίνδυνος εδώ. Ωπα, μονόχι θα τα βαράει ο Γκόγι. Ωραία, να την κάνουμε, παιδιά. Πλεξάρω μούσκουλα. Μεγαλύτερες αγάπες των Βαλκανίων. Το παιδί δέρνει. Πολύ πράγμα μας κυνηγάει. Ωραία, να την κάνουμε. Πάμε να φύγουμε από εδώ, ρε. Ωραία. Ανεβαίνει το team. We left that canyon and cave behind. The enemy's treasure is in our hands. We should be joyful, but we know a clash is coming.
I want this to be over, but winning one hill doesn't decide anything.
We can only hope this small victory buys us time. Πάει και αυτό. 10 years of peace follow. Άψογα. Τερματίσαμε ακριβώς τη στιγμή. Πάλα, θα κλείσουμε τώρα εμείς. Τερματίσαμε το chapter 2, έχει πάει και 12.30, οπότε κάπου εδώ θα τα αφήσουμε. Τώρα θα κάνουμε τα upgrades, τα κατάλληλα upgrades, θα δούμε το story και μετά θα πάμε να σας χαιρετήσω.
Gogulus was visited once by a woman cloaked in ivy.
The spirit lay out there are 3 futures for Gogulus to pick from. After careful deliberation, one was finally picked. Όπο, γεράσαμε όλοι, βρωμογεράσαμε. Each day, Christinators swept the path and trimmed back the weeds. The Dicos couldn't help but ask why the diligence. We draw our lines somewhere. Chaos creeps up.
We keep it at bay.
The fighting instincts that served F96 so well on the battlefield served her slightly less well in the taverns. Ευέξαπτε πολύ η Εφη. She was only permanently banned from one of them. Ladikos perfected the time-honored art of not doing a damn thing. Master procrastinator. Cedar Earth was presented Yakuzas with a series of painted pottery commemorating the battles that freed their side. Should have told them there were more Gorgons, it would have looked even cooler. Christinator and Sildin Folk's daughter has reached adventuring age. Numa Folk. Α, κάνατε και παιδί με τον Sildin, τι λες? Πάνα θεμά σας. Έχουμε και την κόρη τώρα, την Νούμα. Ναι, μόνο άθροις εδώ κάνανε και παιδί κάνανε. Μπλέξαμε. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι πρέπει να αρχίσω να φτιάχνω και τους άλλους. Θα φτιάξουμε τον Γκόγγι που κουβαλάει. Κάτι καλύτερο μπορούμε να κάνουμε για σένα, Γκόγγι μου? Μπορούμε. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι ρίχνεις αρκετό ξύλο. Δεν έχουμε hide. Μπορούμε να κάνουμε κάτι καλύτερο για αυτόν? Μπορούμε. Και το όπλο μπορούμε να κάνουμε κάτι καλύτερο. Μπορώ. Το έκανα. Νομίζω καλά είμαστε, δεν θα κάνω κάτι άλλο. Some sort of better compromise into combative neighbors. Grudges are no shelter in bitter weathers. The rains had been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountains as snow melted and water roared from the heights. The seas wailed and rang at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider, valleys turned to huge brackish lakes. Lowland wood and the dams of dry times were swept away, as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought escape from churning floods.
You think our wolves exposed the weather after all this time? Why? How? With what?
I'm telling you this well, who else could have done this? Nothing's ever made sense about this, but no, someone's at the door.
A strange party of visitors begs a fire. They appear to be on edge here in common dueling and also very soggy.
Arnor, you say we're natural eyes. Care to explain?
The haggard man behind the horns, calling his head Arnor, takes a long breath and turns to address Christinator and the rest.
Ask my wife. Ask my wife, she sent me. Can you believe that at my advanced age? I grew up here in Hohenstreif, you know. It looks different.
His two underlings sift and resettle their garments as they dry out.
Must be about the flooding.
You know why they...
You know, everyone knows those tentacles, the gorgons, that bring ruin on us all.
Which gorgons?
They're blue. That checks out.
But I mean, who's there?
The gorgons are flooding the world. They've set it in motion and it can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this should be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right, it shouldn't be. The great balance should be unassailable.
But somehow they throw it over.
So the torrents fall, the seas thrust, the soil seeps back down our warrens.
It is Ulrich, I knew it would be.
Ulrich? No, it's the gorgons I'm saying. The beats have their warren hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. You need to talk to her.
Hemmed in, but you sleep by them?
It's wide hard to be me. I'm a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. Speak at a slant through lying whiskers. My whiskers might be sly, but my lips are honest. I'm Arnor.
He certainly gives us an option. A strange one, but it's weather this floats. What else can we go?
If you want to watch the walls sink beneath a rising sea, watch all land things perish, then you're exactly where you need to be. But if you see sense...
Arnold throws a lump of soaked fabric on the table.
Here, so it's wet. I mean, it's a map. Sorry, it'll dry all crinkly. Follow the map, come to our warren. There, learn for yourselves how you can deflect this throning doom and this land's old save.
The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Okay. Α, μ' αρέσει γιατί εδώ ξεκίνησε ο Google's Christinator που είναι πλέον... Ο Christinator έχει γεράσει πάρα πολύ. Εμείς είμαστε εδώ πέρα. Ένα, δύο, 3, 4. Α, πάρα πολύ ωραία πάει αυτό. Ωραία, και εδώ μπορούμε να κάνουμε recruit, οπότε να σπάσουμε μετά το party. Πάρα πολύ καλό, μ' αρέσει. Μ' αρέσει. Λοιπόν, εδώ θα κάνουμε ένα save. Chapter 3 θα το πω. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Λοιπόν, να το κλείσουμε τώρα, να πάμε να σας χαιρετήσω.